condominium transactions in Alberta. What does that mean? I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's situations where a person is either buying or selling a condominium. Now, this is different than brand new condos, so I'm going to leave that for another video. But if you're buying or selling a a used condo, one that you've enjoyed already, then there are different rules that happen compared to a house. First, there's going to be a condominium document review as a buyer. And as a seller, you're required to provide all those condominium documents. Now, this means that there's going to be board meetings, there's going to be reserve fund studies, there's going to be proof of insurance. All these documents form a package that a buyer can take a hold of and look at how well the condominium's been managed. It's really, really important. Sometimes those documents are going to show that there's going to be a huge special assessment. $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 per unit would be an extreme, $2,000, $3,000. A buyer wants to know if they're going to have to fork out all that money down the road, whether it's going to be in a year or 6 months or 2 months. From a seller standpoint, you want to make sure that you know if there's an upcoming special assessment also, because if it's already been levied, you're going to be required to pay it. Now, other things that are a little bit different with a condominium is you have insurance in place from the condominium corporation. However, the condo's insurance is only going to rebuild to the original spec. If your unit's been upgraded or renovated and it's nicer, or let's say there's a fire and you have to move out, or a flood, you got to move out, it's always a good idea to have your own condo insurance, which is different than house insurance because you're insuring the upgrades and you have a place to live, and to make sure that you're covered if, let's say, your bathtub overflows and you damage 3 units below you. That's another thing to pay attention. When you're buying a condominium, there's all kinds of other things that, because you're living with other people. There are regular condo fees, and as part of a condominium transaction, we're going to make sure as a buyer that there's no arrears, and as a seller that if there's arrears, we're going to pay those arrears. Now, what that means is that there's a certificate that we get from the seller's lawyer, and that comes from the condo management company, and it's called an estoppel certificate. And what that's for is if there's any arrears, that estoppel certificate issued from the condo company that's given to the buyers is the buyers can hold it up and say, you are stopped, or technically is stopped from pursuing us for that money owed by the other owner. It's a very key part of the process. It can take a little time to get them. And if you're buying, make sure you talk to your mortgage specialist, because some of the smaller lenders require that certificate before they'll fund. If it's missing, then we're not going to get money to be able to pay for the condo. So we're going to work together between you and your mortgage broker and your realtor, and as real estate lawyers, we're going to make sure that your condominium transaction goes as smoothly as we can.